Hello everyone and welcome back to Uncommon Sense, the most uncommon place on the internet where we question everything and we learn together. I am your host Billy the Kid and we are in a new studio today.
Yes, we are. I am Uncle Butch. Welcome back all you uncommoners, all you newcomers. Welcome to the Uncommon family. We look forward to being able to broadcast to you guys from the new studio. So if you like it, give us a shout out. Hopefully it's a thumbs up. Hopefully you can hear us a lot better now as well.
Yeah, let us know how the sound is, if anything's echoey or whatever. But
hopefully not.
It'll get better too as we get more stuff in here on the walls.
Yes. Ah, you're fidgeting.
I forgot my little guy.
Uh-oh.
I left him sitting out in the shed.
He's out in the shed
All by his
himself?
lonesome.
Oh no.
Where's John?
John's been adopted out. He's over at someone's house. And he lives with them now.
Bad boy.
Yeah, but
We need a new mascot, y'all.
and we need new hats. So if you have any recommendations.
What's wrong with my hat? You have a problem with my hat?
Oh, I like your hat. You have a good hat today. I like that. And if you don't recognize the hat, you wasn't paying attention to the intro.
All over the intro. Yeah, for 1620. Made in America.
Oh, man. Well, we have a couple topics that we're going to be discussing today. We're going to be talking about Tina Kotek, Oregon governor.
You know, everybody's favorite governor.
Uh,
Hello, governor. I really want to just like meet her one day and be like, hello, governor.
now we can't
sorry.
promote violence.
That was a...
We are not promoting violence
That was a
in
twitch.
any way.
I have Tourette's. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. I know I have Tourette's. I'm not going to punch the governor. Although,
No.
it's a funny cartoon in my head. I love cartoons. What?
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Anyway, this is the new studio. Thank you for joining us for this. For our, how can I say it? Our christening of the studio.
Yeah. Although, there's a lot to be done here.
Yeah, there's still a lot more to be done, and we are in the process of doing it. So stay tuned, stay with us. You'll see us evolve over time and get better. And that's what we're trying to do, is get better,
We
not
need
just
cool
for us,
lights.
but for you as well.
Yeah, we need lights. Ollie, you already have lights behind you because of the way your computer is, but... No, I mean like colorful, awesome lights, not whiny,
Oh,
bleaches
awesome
out
lights like mine.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, you're a dork. Okay. Oh, that was the wrong page. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. We're gonna cover that in a second. I had them in the wrong order.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk
I can't
about
count.
Miss Kotek.
She's so popular.
These are
Okay, you guys remember that time on the show where I was like, she's gonna be Kate 2.0?
Yep.
Was I wrong? I need to know. Was I wrong? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
How wrong
We've
was
been
I on
saying
that
this for
prediction?
a while now. That is Kate
Tell me I
Brown
was
2.0.
so wrong.
Oh. Yeah. You're
She
not
couldn't
wrong.
be any more popular, y'all. Look at the wonderful
Nation's
headline.
Number one. She's number one in something. Most unpopular governor. Yeah.
Like Kate
wonder
Brown
why. Like Kate Brown.
2.0. Yep,
And
yep. You
if
heard it
you
here first.
go to the link that we're going to provide in the chat here.
And it will go, like, there's details in all this stuff, but we're not going to get into every single little article.
No.
We're just going to read what this one says.
We're going to do the highlights, and you can click on the links, go to the articles, read it for yourself. Again, don't trust us. We're just a couple guys in a studio now.
We just a couple of nerds in a shit. Oh, in a room. In an empty room. With white walls.
No
They forgot to bring me my robe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My special jacket.
My
the one that
special
hugs me
jacket.
and ties in the back. It makes me feel good.
They're coming to take me away. Okay. Not again. Having to break out of Arkham's. Not fun. Alright, anyways. Get out of here with your Batman jokes, you weirdo. Alright.
So let's go over these here.
A morning consult poll shows Kotek once again. Oh, once again. Not her first time at number one.
Oh.
Ooh, good one.
She's batting in the
So
thousands.
once again at the nation's least popular governor. The Taxpayers Association has written 15 articles on Kotek this year alone, showcasing her errors, mistakes, and scandals.
Oh,
You
yeah,
heard it here,
but
people. Scandals.
Wait a minute. Didn't we talk about scandals in Kotek a while back?
We've actually talked about at least 2 of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here we go. Complaint number 1. She can't make a decision. The article talks about 3 Kotek delay mishaps.
Yeah, she can't make a tough decision.
Now, this one we might actually go over a little bit because I did read it a smidge.
Right.
And this isn't the one I was thinking of. But there was one where it was talking about her.
Oh, scroll down. Scroll down. Oh, right there. Let's see, where's it at? The $10,000.
Right there. $10,000. Oh, yeah, we could talk about that. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek knew about a week before that Secretary of State Shemaiah Fagan, in case you guys don't know about that, this big scandal in Oregon, go look it up, was involved in a $10,000 a month side job as a consultant for a pot company, La Mota. We actually talked about that a little bit in a couple episodes back.
But what do we know? We don't know anything.
Yeah. So she already knew about this. She also has stuff like sitting on her desk that has been waiting to be signed forever.
Forever.
It's in our Oregon Constitution that it has a time limit.
Yes.
So it either needs to be thrown in the trash or thrown in the trash at this point in time.
Right.
If you haven't signed it already, you're too late. You way missed the deadline.
Maybe that's her style of governance is through inaction. Just saying.
2.0.
She works alone.
She works alone. This goes around all the time about her. She won't take advice from people. She won't get extra information from people.
No.
She won't nothing. She won't ask for anybody's help.
No.
She doesn't keep contact. She's horrible at communicating with what she's doing, what she's planning, all of that stuff. Like, you have a team for a reason. There's a whole legislature that you're supposed to be working with.
Right. People that know what's going on. You're supposed to go, okay, stay informed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not
take
informed,
advice and listen to the different points of view. And
she don't do any of that.
No, it's all about what she thinks, what she wants to get done, and how she wants to do it.
Right.
However scandalous that may be.
Right. Oh, she's tied to a scandal.
She's tied to a scandal.
Remember this?
Yeah.
We talked about this too.
The FTX thing?
Yep.
So, check that one out. She's tied in with, and this isn't the first time everybody's talked about FTX. We know what FTX is, and she accepted money from them. She be making deals with the dirty money. How long has she been in office? Didn't take her that long. Spending blowout. Kotek doles out 22% of raises
and a $1,500
inflation bonus.
Wow.
So yeah, she's just giving out all the money.
Yeah.
And not to us.
Not to us.
Not to Oregonians.
Not to Oregonians. Not to the citizens. Not to the public.
No.
To her friends and pals.
Mm-hmm. The organizations that she wants to have in her pocket.
Right.
Kept in a nice little box. A little bow on it. You know?
Yep. I know.
Oh, geez. She's not doing her job? What?
She waits until 300 bills pass House and Senate to seek public input. I think that's a little bit too little too late.
Yeah, just a little. 300?
300.
What does she do?
Well, she's not doing her job.
I'm going to note something else. Have you noticed? She doesn't, make note when she's visiting places.
No, she don't.
She apparently visited Baker City. Nobody even knew she was going to be there.
Oh, wow.
And she visited one little, coffee shop or something. One little place in Baker City. That was it.
Wow.
And nobody even was informed that she was going to be there or nothing. And I'm like, it's probably the most woke liberal place in the whole joint.
Yeah. And nobody informed her she was going to be there. Maybe she didn't want to be inconvenienced. Maybe that's why.
It's interesting, too, that it was Baker City that I heard about. Because isn't that where McQuiston was from? Everybody wanted to vote for her.
Yeah.
There was all kinds of talk about her. Trump even, was like, yeah.
Yeah, everyone, I believe, voted for her. That I know.
So I find it funny that she didn't announce herself going into a town like that and only visited one little joint in the whole place.
No,
She ain't been down here to Southern Oregon. What, you got something against the South? Huh?
I'm telling you, the South will rise again.
Dude, it is, but in a weird way.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's the Southern spirit will rise again, right? Okay. All right, so
more scandals.
She just keeps going on more scandals, more scandals.
Because that controversial pot business,
with the whole
that money
Fagan
is
thing,
tied to Kotek and Fagan, so both of them.
She puts environment above people. Which she does.
Yeah,
Let's check out her oddball quote here.
Yeah. I was checking when I was at the navigation center, and quite a few folks had been living out by the river. That's got to have environmental impact.
Oh, you mean those homeless people that you were
supposed
to take care of?
Right.
You had all these plans to fix the homeless problem. We're going to fix it.
Right.
It's not fixed. It's getting worse. And it's seeping, leaking down into Southern Oregon.
Yep.
Because you don't know how to do anything is wrong with you? Hey, what is wrong with you? For real, though. So, yeah. I found that quote interesting. So I figured we'd go and bring that one up. Because what a thing to say. You see all these people sleeping out in their tents, in their RVs, or whatever, and you're concerned about their impact on the environment.
Right.
Then why didn't you do all that stuff that you said you were going to do?
Campaigned on.
All that stuff that you campaigned on. Why are these people even on the street?
That
you were supposed to get them off the street. Remember, you had all these plans set. You had them ready to go.
Right.
And you were the one to vote for because there was no way Christine Drazen was going to do that. Right?
Right.
That was your whole thing that you went on. Oh, and Orange Man bad. That was her other thing, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's a lesbian because that's important somehow.
Yeah. Somehow that qualifies her for what?
Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No more than being brown on top and white on the bottom qualifies me for it. I'm just saying. The orange hair didn't qualify Trump.
That's right.
Neither did his money.
Nope.
He was just better at the chess game than Hillary was.
Even
Too soon?
Even amidst the whole scandal between the two.
Dude, you guys want to laugh? If you've never watched
Watch what?
with that dinner that was it right after right before he became president? It was right after.
I think
and he talked a whole bunch of smack about Hillary.
Oh,
it was at that big dinner thing with all the politicians.
With all the politicians.
And they all got up and made their little speeches. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
And he calls her out on so many things and like email.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see another funny one? Patrick Bet David interviewing Anthony Weiner.
Oh no. I hate to see.
If you guys have ever watched Valuetainment, that guy's rough. Okay.
Yeah.
He don't sugarcoat things. No. So when he's asking Anthony Weiner, of all people, all these questions, it's just like, and then the way he tries to defend himself and get all uppity, I'm like, you realize how guilty you look right now? Like you just said, yeah, I did all that stuff.
It's admitting to it without.
Yeah, the way he when Bet David brought up stuff about Hillary and the emails, he got like, you know, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Shut up, Carmen. You don't know nothing. That's an insult to Carmen. Sorry, Carmen. Anyway, yeah, that's a funny one though to watch. So, yeah, it's funny. Anyway, so back to how great Kotek is. She's so great, you guys.
Right.
So much to talk about over here.
Yeah.
All right, how many more we got to go?
There we are. You voice the public.
Yep.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
This was the one where she goes to Baker City. Nobody knows.
Yep.
That was a good picture. She looked hungover.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Okay, Tina Kotek visited Baker County last week. That's what it was.
As part of her listening tour.
Her listening tour, even though she didn't talk to anyone, so who's she listening to? Do you live in Baker County? Does it shock you? Yeah. Alright, one comment online shared on how they had no idea that the state's highest officer visited their small town because there was no way of knowing. This was a similar statement by others who had no clue to when Kotek visits their town because it is not adequately made public so people can attend. Why?
Isn't that PR people's responsibility?
She's supposed to be our number one representative of the
Right.
whole state.
She's the one that got so many votes
So why is she so afraid to?
from people that supposedly voted for her.
All these people voted for her. All these people,
Yeah.
really liked her, wanted her to be governor. So why is she avoiding us?
Right. Questions.
You're so popular, but you don't want people to attend. Then why are you governor? It doesn't make any sense. She visited a business in Baker City, and that appears to be the most of what she did. Like the rest of her listening tour. Listening tour, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kotek doesn't seem to actually visit many people or do much listening. She's not only not listening in her listening tour, she's not listening to the legislature by the fact that she allowed 300 bills to pile up on her desk before she decided to ask the public on whether she should veto them.
Right.
Read here for more. By the time Kotek decided to act on her bills, the lawmakers were already out of the building. Elvis has left the building.
Well, like a very much.
Hypocrisy. I mean, that's all over the place, really, with Kotek.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gets natural gas,
But she wants to ban your gas.
but she wants to ban your gas.
Yeah.
Make it more expensive for you to stay warm.
Yeah.
Because we all know the difference. If you ever had natural gas versus having to heat a house off electricity, the difference is phenomenal.
Right.
Just saying.
I'm sorry.
But we're not allowed to have stoves.
Here in Southern Oregon, we're in our neck of the woods where we live at. We have some pretty harsh winters sometimes. And the power goes out for a while. In the middle of winter, that could be the difference between light and death.
Dude,
Life and death.
okay. Now, Portland has experienced some heavy winters, but you
Right.
guys get a lot of rain up there. It gets
Right.
real slick. It's icky and
They
yucky
get
and
a
mucky
lot
and
of
slick, right? Okay. And it does get really cold up there. And I know there's been, winters where it got bad and people died.
Yeah.
Okay. But it happens down here a lot. Just saying. And if you live out in the country,
Yeah.
it gets even colder out there. And the snow is heavy. Dude, I remember years where we're pushing snow off of the roofs that was like 3 feet deep. Off the roof. Roofs caving in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's fairly common around here during the wintertime.
I remember. Let's see, this is back in, I believe, 80. Yeah.
I don't know. I
Back
wasn't
in
even a twinkle in my daddy's eye.
Back in 1984, I was working
Hi, Dad.
at a national park nearby here. My job was to shovel snow off of the roofs.
Mm-hmm.
And it got 3 feet of snow one time on the roofs.
Good friend of mine in high school, I went over and helped him and his stepdad shovel off the roof because it was caving in.
Right.
And we were seriously shoving off like 3 feet of snow off that roof.
Oh, yeah.
It was an older house, so we were like, ooh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, the snow gets thick enough here that there's roof snowboarding.
Yes,
That's a thing here. Okay?
If you
Yeah.
haven't done it, you don't know what you're doing. You
Yeah.
don't know what you're missing. I'm telling you.
Go back where you came from. I'm just kidding.
City boy.
Thinkers. As we live in the city because we're nerds. Well, I live in the county side, I guess.
I live in the county side.
We live on opposite sides of the county side. It just kind of goes around like this. The city's like in the middle.
Right.
Kind of. Anyway. Alright. Kotek. She's costly. We've noticed.
Yeah.
Costly and unworkable solutions. Oh, is that why all those homeless people are in their tents next to the river.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Because your solutions are ridiculous and expensive.
Yes, they are.
Beyond ridiculous and expensive. So, maybe you should find some different solutions.
Right.
That way those people can get off of the riverbed. Or riverbed. Oh, they're not in the bed of the river. That'd be weird. Strange place to sleep. But, they're not on the riverbank.
Right.
And they can get into real housing. It's better for the environment, right? Okay, her solution is always spend more. So basically going back to the other one. She's unrealistic, unnecessary. She has unrealistic, unnecessary tax increases.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and what is this with all of a sudden we gotta pump our own gas?
Yeah.
How many people are gonna lose their jobs in Oregon, as if we have a great employment rate as it is?
Right.
How many people are gonna lose their jobs in Oregon because there's no gas pumpers anymore?
Exactly.
How many people do you and I know that was one of their main jobs for
Yeah.
a long time?
Yeah.
There's one old guy that works down at the gas station by my house. He's been there since I was a kid.
Oh, wow. I know that.
You just put him out of a job. That man's been there for like
I actually had to stop and get some
40
fuel
years
the other
'cause he's
day
been there
because
longer
I
since
almost ran
the
out
house.
of gas.
and
I stopped off at the Chevron on down by Walmart.
Mhm.
They still had an attendant there, a fuel attendant there that pumped my gas for me.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that do, but like a lot of the places now, there's like self-serve lanes,
Right.
and eventually they're all going to be self-serve lanes.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to turn Oregon into California.
I don't want to be California. If I wanted to be California, we would have moved to California a long time. Actually, I should say we would have stayed in California after my dad was done stationed there. Back to your own state. Anyway, okay. Last but not least, she's dishonest. Decoding Kotek's $116 billion budget.
Yeah.
Billion, you guys.
Yeah.
So, you can look through that, decode it later. Anyway, and she has bad ideas. I mean, that kind of goes back to her unworkable solutions. But yes, she has very bad ideas. Coastal counties blast Kotek's homeless emergency order.
Yeah. You know what I heard that the emergency order was? Is that they allow for travelers to camp and reside where they like, as long as they're traveling.
What?
That's a response to the homeless crisis.
To make them transients? Because that solves things?
They can move from one part of the town to the other part of the town to the other part of the town to the other part of the town.
As long as they're constantly traveling, then they're not homeless.
Well, they stay some there. I can't remember if it's like 3 or 10 days, something like that, that they can stay.
Yeah, and you know what that's
spot.
actually doing? It's making it harder and worse for people.
These got a lot worse. There's people that are.
Because I watched some of those channels where.
saying that they're traveling.
Yeah, and but I also watched some of those channels where they like go in and talk to some of those people.
Mm-hmm.
And it is sad, you guys. Most of those people, they just need some mental help and rehab. Like actual mental help and rehab. And, well, that kind of goes back to when we were talking about the Measure 110 thing and them legalizing all these drugs.
Right.
Okay? So, they wanted to model it after, like, remember it was in Norway or it was one of those Scandinavian countries, right? That they're always trying to model us after. What they don't realize, or what they didn't, tell the public, is that before any of that stuff was implemented in the country that they're talking about,
Hmm.
They had serious stuff in place for very specific rehab for these people. A place, places for them to stay, to get them off the streets, keep them away from drugs, and rehabilitate them properly. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all that stuff. And they had an actual serious plan already set in place. Everything was built, ready, staffed. You have it. It was ready. She didn't do that.
No, she didn't.
Oregon didn't do that. We just here, have some drugs.
Yeah.
We have no.
They decriminalized everything.
Yes.
And that,
but there was nothing in place to scoop them up.
Right.
And help these people get off of it and stay off of it. Not to mention, the program that they're doing over there is still in the testing stage.
Yeah.
It's never been done before.
Right.
It takes years to actually get enough statistics and data to be able to tell you whether or not this is actually going to work.
So far, less than 2% of the 2020 known drug users have actually gone to rehab over this new plan implementation.
Yeah, for us. I'm talking about like over in that Scandinavian country that they tried to model after.
Right.
We're not going to know if their actual
Results
set plan is going to work for years.
So why are we doing it?
And especially without making all those extra plans.
Right. You have a message.
I have a message.
The chat. Yes, you do.
Oh, yeah. So, where was I going over here?
Well, we're going to talk about besides Tina Kotek.
And how wonderful she is.
How she's number one again.
I'm just kidding. Best governor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to discuss today was there's been a lot of talk in the news lately, and I've heard it from people that I know of. You know what it is?
Orange Man bad. Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yeah. How'd you know?
I'm a smart cookie.
No, they believe, and they've been stating in the news, throwing it out there, left and right, about the 14th Amendment. And the thing that people don't realize is that the 14th Amendment applied, they would have already used it.
On Biden.
Yes. But now that we want to open up that can of worms, we want to invoke the 14th Amendment. Well, so do we.
And what they're trying to say is that in the 14th Amendment, Section 3, it states that anyone who commits insurrection against the government, violent insurrection, wasn't it?
Right.
It wasn't specific like that?
Well, bring it on up.
Anyways, they're trying to say that if he's involved in insurrection, then he can't be president.
Right.
Wait a minute. You haven't proved he was involved in anything.
Right. He was involved in giving a speech at the very beginning and telling people to be peaceful. And remain
for most of the event of, during most of the time of the happenings,
all of them
he was not even in the area.
Right.
And he was telling them to be peaceful.
Right.
So, whenever you saw in mainstream media that clicked that.
The 14th Amendment.
How was that done? It's called this fancy little thing called a video editor. I use it all the time for making videos. Anyway.
No, I think that surprises me is that they want to go after Trump for insurrection, but he didn't do anything wrong. Not that I know of or am aware of at this point in time.
Well, hey, there was never cocaine in his White House.
Nope.
Just saying.
But Nancy Pelosi, when this insurrection happened,
You said Nancy Pelosi.
yeah, I know, I smell alcohol too, all of a sudden. I don't know why. Maybe it's her. Yeah, lady, get away from me. I think I'm just going to blow a 2.0 right now. Yeah.
Right. She breathes on you and you're drunk. Anyway. Okay. I forgot my water out front because it was warm. Your screen, here we go. So what does the 14th Amendment actually say? Section 3. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president, or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or any state who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States, or as a member of any state legislature, or as an executive or judicial officer of any state, to support the Constitution of the United States.
Now, here's the important part. Pay attention, kiddies.
So, no person that does any of that stuff
Right.
shall have ever engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same, or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof.
Right.
So, when exactly did he personally engage in an insurrection or rebellion
Against
against
the Constitution of the United
any of
States,
these things
or
here?
any of those people?
When did he, okay, insurrection or rebellion, or when did he give aid or comfort to any of them? Because if we were to
Right.
call that thing that happened an insurrection,
Right.
which we won't even get into that right now, like a whole thing.
Right.
But
What
even
they
if
call
that
an
was
insurrection.
an insurrection, number one, he was not there. Number two, he didn't tell them to go there. Number three, he said if you do go there, then be peaceful. And afterwards, when everything had gone awry, what did he say? What the bleep were you all thinking? Okay, that was a very interesting sum of what he said.
Right.
But literally, he said everyone that was involved in that should not have been involved in that.
Right.
I don't know how that's giving aid or comfort to anyone.
No. That's condemning it.
So if you were violent and you were involved in any insurrection that may or may not have occurred, he wasn't okay with your behavior.
No, he wasn't.
You have been a bad child. Go to your room. Okay?
That's what I know allowance for you.
Can you imagine? I doubt he gives his kids an allowance. They had to work for that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
He's like, you're fired.
Oh, man.
Anyways, so nothing in this says that Donald J. Trump can't be president.
No. He hasn't been convicted. He's
Not
been
unless
accused.
they illegally convict him, because
But-
yes, he's been accused, but
But just being accused doesn't mean you're guilty of it.
that's the whole point of a trial.
Right.
This judicial system we have in our
Right.
constitutional republic.
Right. Not a democracy. Because what's the difference? Democracy is the rule of many over the few.
If it was a democracy, he would already have been hanged.
Yep.
Because that's what happens in a democracy. The mob goes, ah, and freaks out.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, burn him at stake. Like with
And
the
lynch mobs.
like with the Salem witch trials and stuff.
Yeah.
That was democracy.
That was democracy right there.
Yeah. the lynching stuff that everybody talks about.
Yeah.
That was a democratic fashion of doing things. None of them were given proper trial. None of them were given a jury of their peers.
No, they weren't.
They weren't given a chance to prove themselves innocent. That happens in a constitutional republic. Not a banana republic. Or a Biden public. Oh, have you guys seen that video where he tells that kid that she's excessively attractive in a very short 4-letter word? Have you seen that?
What's that?
That one where he tells that girl that she's
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
excessively attractive in a nice small 4-letter word.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Don't tell your mama what I said."
Yeah.
What the HE double hockey sticks. But he's president.
So he gets a pass. I guess that's all you have to do is be in a position of.
I mean, obviously, look what happened with Obama. Okay, so I can bring that up.
Wait a minute now.
No.
Bring up Obama.
No. Everybody's talking about Obama right now.
Right.
I'm just going to say this. It annoys the crap out of me. I said this years ago.
Oh, I know.
You and I have been talking about this forever.
Sure.
And everybody was like, "You guys are just stupid, crazy conspiracy theorists. So put on your tinfoil hat." I got a new one, actually, tinfoil hat.
I'm gonna look for one.
I'm just gonna
hat.
Actually, you can also there's a company called the Tinfoil Hat Company or something, and they make beanies that are actually woven with foil
Oh,
to
wow.
protect you from the ESGs. No, I'm just kidding. The COVID. You do COVID, eh? You gotta wear your mask. Protect yourself. See what I'm saying?
You said it. This video might be taken down now.
What? They talk about it all the time. I didn't say anything bad about it. I told people to wear their masks. You know what gets us taken down is you saying that every time. It's all your fault. As we cough. We're smokers. Don't worry about it.
It's a smoke
Kids,
job.
don't smoke.
I've been smoking for 4 years.
Since he was a baby.
I was but a wee lad
He was just a wee babe.
when I first started smoking cigarettes. I was 5 years old.
I know. That's why I said just a wee babe.
I had my first beer when I was 2.
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know what beer was. All right, you guys. But I think that's all about down to there. Let us know what you think about all the wonderful things that Kotek is doing.
Yes. Let us know your thoughts on what's going on and the importance of Article or Amendment 14, 14th Amendment, and Section 3.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what your interpretation is. Has he been found guilty? Because that's what it says. It says that it has to have engaged in.
And you have to prove
engaged.
that they have engaged in said act before you can say they engaged in said act.
Right.
Just like we couldn't all call OJ a murderer before it was pushed through.
Right.
I'm just
You
saying.
got acquitted now.
What?
On trial, he got acquitted for murder.
Oh, I thought you said I got acquitted. I was like, what do I do
No.
now?
OJ.
No, I know.
He got acquitted.
I know. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, perfect example. We
Yeah.
couldn't call him a murderer until he
Right.
was labeled a murderer, right?
Right.
And then he
So he's
wasn't, so
found
we're not
guilty,
supposed to
so-
call OJ a murderer
Right.
because
He's not.
he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. In the eyes of his peers. But
Wait.
that's the beauty of having a brilliant defense.
I'm gonna bring up something else real quick. We're talking about OJ, and who was his lawyer? Don't worry, this is normal. He always sneezes at least 13 times.
I'm back.
Told you. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't count him this time. This time. But who was OJ's lawyer?
Remember his name?
Wasn't it Kardashian?
No.
Whose lawyer was he?
No, it might have been a Kardashian.
Uh-huh. You look it up. I'm pretty sure. You guys, let us know in the comments. Wasn't it Mr. Kardashian himself was O.J. Simpson's lawyer? Interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting. I'm reading the chat. I apologize.
And, I don't know. There's something wrong with the women in that family. I think they're cursed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're super cursed. I don't know who sold their soul or when, but it had, like, generations ago.
Right.
Some.
Well, until next time, everyone, don't believe the nonsense and
Stay uncommon. Is that too serious?
not serious enough. Have a good one, everyone. We love you.
Signing out.